Welcome, dear listeners, to a tale that tugs at heartstrings and turns the ordinary into something beautifully strange. Today, I invite you to step into a small dining room, bathed in warm, a golden light, where a family gathers for dinner, but not just any dinner. This is the Stifling Dinner Table. Every evening, Mr. and Mrs. Harper, along with their two children, Emma and Jack, sit down to share a meal. On the surface, it seems like a perfect family tradition. But behind the smiles, there is a quiet tension, unspoken words, lingering glances, and a silence so deep it feels almost alive. The room feels smaller with every passing day, not because of the walls, but because of the heavy air clinging around them. Mr. Harper, a stern man, has grown distant, sees the sudden loss of his job. Mrs. Harper tries to keep the peace, carefully plating the food and forcing light conversation. But nothing breaks the invisible barrier between them. Emma and Jack pick at their plates, their eyes flickering between their parents, aching to say something, anything, to bring back the warmth they once had. One evening, as the clock ticks closer to 7, something unusual happens. The family gathers as always, but tonight the table itself seems to hold a secret. As they place their hands on the cold wooden surface, the silence shifts. Suddenly, the room feels alive with energy, a gentle hum that none of them had noticed before. The table, worn and scarred with years of memories, begins to glow softly. Emma, ever curious, leans closer. She whispers, "Do you feel that? It's like the table wants us to remember." Jack nods, eyes wide with wonder. They all sit in silence, the glow spreading warmth through the room, cracking the stiff armor around their hearts. The table hums softly, and then, as if responding, it reveals whispers of past dinners, laughter echoing from long ago, the clinking of glasses, the sweet sounds of family stories shared and bonds formed. The memories swirl around the room, wrapping each of them in a cocoon of comfort. Mr. Harper's stern expression softens. He reaches out, touching his wife's hand for the first time in months. "I'm sorry," he says quietly, his voice breaking the heavy silence. Mrs. Harper smiles, tears glistening in her eyes. "Me too," Emma and Jack beam. The walls cozy no more. They understand now. This silence wasn't just emptiness, it was filled with love waiting to be heard again. The table, their old family table, was more than wood and nails. It was a bridge, a storyteller, binding their hearts through every meal. Just as they begin to talk and laugh, the glow fades. The room feels lighter, as if the weight has lifted. They finish their meal, not just with food, but with the healing power of connection. But here's the twist. Long after the lights go out and the family drifts to sleep, the old table remains. It sits quietly, waiting for the next family to come alive with their own stories, in their own silences to break, and their own love to rediscover. So, the next time your dinner feels quiet, maybe, just maybe, listen closely. Because sometimes the greatest stories aren't spoken, they're felt. And sometimes, the most magical conversations happen around a table that remembers everything. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Until next time, keep your hearts open and your dinner tables warm.